You're saying if you're not a woman, then you shouldn't have an opinion.
Where does a guy get a right to say what a woman is? Women only know what women are.
Are you a cat?
No.
Can you tell me what a cat is?
This is actually a genuine mistake. I am sorry I even came up there.
You want to tell us what a woman is?
Men and women are equal, though?
Hell no. About you are right here, but I'm talking about where I came from. Talking about South America is different. You see what I'm saying?
That's why they should stay in those countries, man. They come here, they get brainwashed. Feminism ruins all these women.
Corrupted, bro.
They get corrupted from Instagram and the Western ideology.
Are women just too complex to be understood?
I think too complex to be understood.
We're so complex.
I want my husband to read my mind.
Yeah.
I want my husband to read my mind. That's what I'm saying. They don't live in reality. They live in spiritual palm readings and, wow, that's astrology. That's why they all love that bullshit. That's why they have crystals and shit. It's all just made up nonsense because it's just like, what the fuck is up there besides garbage Disney movies? You want your husband to read your mind? Dead ass? You just said that on camera?
And that's never gonna happen. Yeah. And I can't expect that, but I do.
Is it?
And they know that they're full of shit and they don't want to change. They don't even want to change. And they think that you're complicated. You are just fucking delusional, bro.
Kind of ironic that a white man is wearing a woman for Trump and a feminist for Trump when I consider myself a feminist. And
did you just assume my gender? You said white man.
Okay, I see your point there.
How do you know I'm not a woman?
I see your point. I see your point.
You need to check your white privilege, your white female privilege, I think.
You think?
A little bit. I actually identify as a non-binary, gender-fluid dragonkin.
Pretty privilege in what you're saying, and that you're white and you present.
Do you think I'm pretty? Thank you.
I think that you present in a way that beauty standards have accepted. And so
they call me ugly on the internet all the time. They be roasting me daily. I swear to God.
I don't mean to say I think you're gorgeous. I just mean that there is a certain value that we give to certain bodies.
I mean, let's also dig into why these quotas exist and why these, what you're calling privileges
we want
exist.
special treatment.
No, but it's because there have historically and presently in most jobs been fewer women. And because of sexism.
How is it sexism when we have no barriers today? So we can pick what
no
we want
barriers?
to pick.
Who doesn't have barriers?
Women don't have barriers?
Women, yeah. What's
we
stopping
have no
you? You
barriers.
can do whatever you want.
I can or you can?
What's stopping you?
So automatically, right? Like what we're saying, I can versus you can. She's referring to herself as a disabled person while kind of inclusively adding in the feminist ideology. Like I can versus you can. They're both women. But, you know, it's like I'm different from you as a woman when the conversation, again, Pearly Things did mention, let's just stick to gender, which is women versus like men. And it becomes a thing of like, well, wait a minute, I'm a disabled woman. And I get it. That's part of her entire identity. And she experienced a different reality because of that. But I'm someone who technically I'm black. I'm a black man. So if I go into a place where there's a bunch of misandrists and they don't like me because I'm a man and also racist, you know what I'm saying? Like that's two separate issues that could intersect. But at what point and how can I identify the intersectionality there? How can I be sure of this person has a problem with both versus this person have a problem with one? And I'm being held back because of one versus both.
As a woman.
That ignores a lot that I'm a woman with a disability. So there's a lot of stuff that you don't have to think about.
Well, as I said before, I'm speaking about women.
You're speaking for yourself.
You're speaking as an able-bodied woman.
I understand.
Totally separate issue. Again, thank you, Pearly, for bringing in the reality here. We're talking feminism. This panel is about feminism.
Right.
Of course, there's going to be other barriers if you're disabled. I'm sure. Like I'm talking about as a woman.
So you're just going to ignore
white
the
women
pay
have it
gap.
easier. Yes, I would agree.
What?
You're just going to ignore the pay gap regulation,
which has been debunked literally.
Really have a right to be treated respectfully.
We are unfortunately running out of time. But Peter, I just want to get one final thought from you. Are there words that are used to describe men that offend you?
Not particularly, and if there are some I don't like, I certainly wouldn't want them banned. But it always goes back to that old adage: sticks and stones may break my bones, but there will always be something to offend a feminist.
Peter
Well,
Lloyd.
no, that's just obnoxious.
Peter
Sorry,
Lloyd,
you have to
okay,
give me a
I think
chance.
we'll let you carry on with
That is
this.
ridiculous. No, hang on, I won't do your show again.
Rubbish. That's what I'm saying. You get a 9 to 5 person, right? What is wrong with you going out there, find a regular 9 to 5 person, right? You can function underneath that, because I'm always hearing the women say, "Oh, we ain't got enough money. We ain't got enough money." Work with what the man's got.
You're right.
Work with what the man's got. You can make a man your alpha. Everybody wants to go and find these top earning money. Find a 9 to 5. Work regular. Save your money. Learn to cook and not have takeouts, and then save your money as they did before.
She's completely right. I'll tell you this. There's not a girl on this panel or on the planet today who couldn't walk outside and find a man who's going to be nice to her, loyal to her, and make her his queen. Women don't want that. So they'll sit there and go, "No, I want Chris Brown." And then they'll go try and get Chris Brown. Then Chris Brown will cheat. And they'll be like, "I can't believe he cheated. I am devastated." Well, what
There is a new study out today that says women become unhappy as they get older. Well, the flip side, men get happier as life goes on.
First of all, this study was conducted by mostly men. And when men conduct anything, they talk about their finances, because men judge themselves by the size of their wallet. Toys, dare I say. So, you put all your toys together in a parking lot and it makes you happy. If they were to ask other questions in this study about spirituality, about the other aspects of our lives, that women would have taken over. I mean, first of all, a woman hits her sexual prime at 35. There's a reason that women live longer, Mark. Let me tell you. It is because we are stronger and we are happier at the end of the day than most men. And that is factual, and you know it.
When men are married to women who scream like you, they just want to die sooner.
I think you could also argue that boxing is a dance, too.
It's a bit different than a TikTok dance.
But, I mean, you are still on display, and
Correct. But my life is on the line.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I usually don't have the threat of my nose being broken when I'm doing a TikTok dance.
Yeah, women are so stupid.
Forget the nose being broken. I've seen 5 people die. I don't want to sit here and brag and talk about the things I've done to people. There are people who will never be the same again after they stepped in the ring with me. Ever again.
You haven't even graduated and you've got an outstanding business and you're doing it part-time. He said, that's not the problem. My fiance came to me today and said that she's going to leave me. And I said, why? Because I'm not spending any time with her family. I don't have any time on weekends. I can't go out to the soccer games with her nephews and stuff. And I just can't because I'm so busy. And I got to keep my business going. I got to graduate my degree. What do I do? Now the class is like, you could hear a pin drop in there, right? And I said to him, wow, okay, I'm not Dr. Phil, but let me give you some advice here. Which one is easier to replace? The girlfriend or the business?